So hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in the last video we saw how the MCP server and MCP client works and how to build some simple demo around it. We built a simple chatbot in CLI and we connect it with the MCP server. So today in this video we are going to see how we are integrating this with the Claude Desktop. So we have our MCP server ready, which we created in the last video. So we use that server and integrate it with the Claude Desktop as a client. So let's just install the Claude Desktop first. So let me just click here. So we have to download for Windows. Let me just click on Windows and click on save. So it starts downloading the Claude setup for us. So today we are going to use the Claude Desktop as our client, MCP client. So this is the GitHub repo which I created and shared in the last video also, in which we created an MCP server and client and we attached it and created a simple chatbot using model context protocol. So you can try it out. So in this video we are going to use the same server, research server.py, which we created in the last video, and we use this server with the two other you can say MCP server, which is built-in server like the file system, and the MCP server fetch, which helps us to fetch any link of the any website, you can say. So let's just go. For this you have the prerequisite, like it's kind of good if you have watched the video and try the hands-on of my last video, then this video will be more helpful to integrating with the Claude Desktop. So let's see, our Claude is ready. Just install it. So the prerequisite is we need to have the npx, Python, and all the dependency which we built during the last MCP client videos, MCP web chatbot which we built in the last video. So as we see, we installed the Claude Desktop model. Let's just accept these cookies. If you want, you can also reject it, but I'm just accepting it. We need to get started with the Claude. I'm just signing it my Google account only. Choosing my Google account. Now we are good to go. We logged into our Claude Desktop account. We have to agree some kind of consent, subscribe to any occasional products if you want, personal information. I don't want these, so these two are mandatory, so we need to tick these two. So if for the first time it shows to choose your plan, so I'm going with the free plan. It has the pro and max plan for the team also, so I'm going with the free plan, and you can see we are into the Claude Desktop. Let me just type my name. I'm into learning and studying, coding, content creation. I have my own topic. Let's just go. So you can see it will provide us the quick entry and all these things, how to get it from the this section, hidden icon. So you can also to do an quick entry settings, you can configure these as well. Right now I'm just skipping it because I don't want to run the Claude Desktop each and every time when I'm working on other applications as well. So you can see it's kind of ChatGPT only. We are into the free plan, and we have different this is the console of this Claude Desktop. So today we are using this as a MCP client, and we will attach our MCP server which we built in the last video to this client. to this Claude Desktop client. You can see this Claude Opus 4.1 is a new which they introduced, and it's in the Pro version, so we are not in the Pro, so we are into the Sonnet 4 only. You can see here it provides us different options, like to add from a file, upload a file, add from a GitHub repo or something like that. And then you can see different connectors. Web search is on for this. You can turn it off and use the different style, like how you want to generate the content from this Claude model. So this is built by the Anthropic, as we all know, and the MCP concept is also introduced by the Anthropic only. So yeah, let's get started. Just go to this menu, and into the files you have this setting options. You can see different setting options are there. Run on startup. Let me just close it, because every time my system on, it will start in the background, so I don't want that. I'm just turning it off. Whenever I want to use the Claude Desktop, then only I have to open this application. It has the extension. You can also browse different type of extension, and in the developer section we need to set up our MCP servers. So if you want to add any local servers, you need to go to this developer section in the settings, and you have to click on the edit config. You can see this Claude Desktop config file is stored in this location. You can see app data roaming Claude Desktop config. So I created a JSON file for this, which I'm going to use. So let's just copy and paste it here. So in this config.json for our Claude Desktop, we are just mentioning our different servers, MCP servers. One is the research server which we created, that is research server.py, this one which we used in the last video. Then we use the file system from the node only. Model context MCP provide us this feature to get the access of this repo. I will provide this URL, so that here all the files it can read, write and edit whatever we want. So I've created this file system server, and then the fetch one using the MCP server fetch. So these three similar configurations I'm going to add, and how we are going to call it. These are the commands and the arguments for each and every servers we are passing. This is kind of similar what we have in the last one, but here we are calling it from locally, so we don't have to pass the path and all. So we are just passing the npx python, and it is running on our local. But for access through the MCP, to access the MCP from the Claude Desktop, we need to pass the path. So because sometimes it is not accessible it is not directly accessible, so we need to config this Claude Desktop config.json file. I set it up and just click on save. You can see after saving this file, you just go to the application, just refresh it, or we can do one thing, we can just close it and let's just open it again. Or you can just click on the new chat, or where we want to see any refresh icon. Just go to the file settings and developer. We have added this, but it's not kind of completely shut down, so we need to close it from here, because and then we can restart our application again, opening the Claude Desktop. As we set our configuration file for our Claude Desktop. So now if you go to the settings and the configuration file, you will be able to see the config file and the servers which are up and running. So you can see research server is running using this command, and the arguments are theirs. Similarly the file system and the fetch as well. Let's just go and try these different servers which try this local MCP servers and generate some texts. So if you just click on this icon, you can see here the web search is enabled. So I'm just putting it off so that we will be able to use this fetch server. So here you can able to see these are the servers and these are the tools which are being introduced using the MCP servers. So one is the fetch, next one is the file system. In file system we have different tools to read file, read text file, write, edit, create directory, list directory and all. This is from the file system server. Then the research one which we created using our Python code to search the paper and then extract the information from this paper. If you want to disable any tool, just click on it and it will be disabled. So in this way we are applying Claude Desktop as MCP client and using our MCP server into this Claude Desktop application. Let me just put a query regarding a topic: extract 3 files, 3 papers basically on, maybe my spelling is wrong, extract 3 papers on, let's say, any geography of India. Let's see the archive library have this or not. Just hit enter. You can see the flow, it shows us the flow also, and you can see Claude want to use this tool, so I'm just allowing this allow always so that it will use the research search papers. So here you can see it will send the request as topic geography of India and maximum 3 results it will fetch. Then the response is this, and you can see these are the extracted informations from the paper 1, the paper 2 and the paper 3. This is the request and this is the response, and you can see the whole flow, how this MCP client, which is our Claude Desktop, how this shows us all these things. You can see search paper first done, then the extraction of all the things are happening, and then it generates a summary based on those. You can see these, and you can we also know that whatever we search and these papers are going to be stored in that folder where the file server system is located. So let me just create this summary, create this into MD file and save it. So it checks whether it has the access of read and write access to our file system or not. So you can see it is going to write with this name of the file, it is going to write the file for us. It is writing, you can see, and it's now checking how many allowed directories we have. So you can see this is the directory which we will allow. So in this directory it is writing that file. So if you can just go to this, and you will be able to see that we have this geography of India. Just click on it and open preview. Geography of India and research paper is available. So in this way we are using this this MCP client, which is our Claude Desktop, is using our file system to read, write and edit different things which we want to do from Claude Desktop application. Let me just try it out. Some websites fetch the data of recent matches from crickbudge.com. Let's see how it goes. So it is using the ClickBudge data. You can see it calls this URL, and total maximum length it will count this much of character, and it shows that it kind of this side is robot.txt, so it doesn't have this it does not have the access to bypass the robotic access, because there is something some check is already present on this website. So it says that I don't have this kind of, because the robot.txt files especially prohibits autonomous fetching of their pages, so that's why it is not able to fetch the answer from there. So it suggested that we can get the different data from the Crick API or ESPN.api. So let me just go to our repo only, and just we are just summarizing this repo. So just copy, I'm just copying this link and just pasting it out. Fetch this link and create a MD file for this. Let's see how it goes. So you can see again it calls the fetch tool, and it goes on this URL, then it extract from all the things from this URL, and then it is writing a file, and it's creating a file with this name, and then it will search the available directories, and then it will write over those. So let's just wait and watch. You can see it creates an MCP chatbot repository documentation in the directory, and you can see all these things right up here. When you go inside this directory, you will be able to see one MCP chatbot registry comprehensive documentation is ready for this, so you can use that as well. So it creates the file, a summary of my this GitHub repo, and generates a MD file for us. So in this way you can use this MCP server clients, Claude Desktop, and according to your use case you can use accordingly. So if you just go to the MCP page, and you can see a lot of different clients are available. So let me just go to the if you go to the MCP page, you will it has its own documentation as also. You can try that one. Let me just check what all clients it is available it has, and we can connect to those. So it has a lot of things. You can just check it out, check out their documentation page, and then you can build with your own specifications, client features, root samplings, overview. So let me just check where it is. SDKs, not here. Tools, prompts. So you can just check it out, this link, and basically you will get to know more about this MCP, what MCP are, and how to use that. And different tools are also getting involved and create their own MCP server, so that whenever any developer wants to integrate those tools into his AI applications, he will not they will be easily integrated using MCP servers of that tool, of that particular tool. So yeah, you can explore more on this topic and create your own use case around MCP. So that's it for this video. In this video we see how we can implement the Claude Desktop as our MCP client, and uses our previously created MCP server and integrated these two. Hope you guys like this video. See you in the next one. Thanks.